COVID-19 is playing spoilsport in many parts of the world, but all eyes are on the World Cup and preps are on in full swing. Whether it is the West Indies South Africa series, which is being played in a bio-environment, or the mandatory 10-day quarantine in New Zealand before the World Cup begins, the show will go on, with all precautions of course. Welcome to the weekly briefings with me, CHANDNI. I'm going to update you about all you need to know from the week that went by, so hang in there just for about 3 to 4 minutes. Alana King receives maiden call for the Ashes as Australia announced the 15-member squad. The multi-format Ashes series between Australia and England will start a week earlier than originally planned to accommodate the 10-day quarantine period in New Zealand ahead of the ICC World Cup, which begins on March 4th. The series, which was to begin on January 27th, will now begin on January 20th with 3 ODIs at the Adelaide Oval, followed by a test in Canberra from January 27th to 30th, and then 3 ODIs in the first week of February. In the absence of Georgia Wardenham, who is sidelined due to an ACL injury, Cricket Australia have called in for the very first time Alana King. King edged out Amanda Jade Wellington to find the spot owing to her successful season with the Perth Scorchers, where she picked up 16 wickets. Team Australia also sees the comebacks of Rachel Haynes, Megan Shute and Jess Johnson after all the 3 players missed the series against India. DANE van NIEKERK ruled out of the ICC 2022 due to an ankle fracture. A big blow for South Africa just as the World Cup is round the corner. Skipper DANE van NIEKERK is ruled out of the ICC World Cup due to a fractured ankle. The South African skipper slipped on a wet floor at home last week. There is no need for a surgery since there is minimal displacement, but the recovering time is 3 months. This also means that she will miss out the 4-match ODI series against West Indies. Cricket South Africa named its 21-member squad, which brings back Anneke Bosch, along with senior players like Chloe Troyon, Mignon du Preez, Marizanne Kapp, Lizelle Lee and Shabnim Ismail. Yet, DANE van NIEKERK not playing in the World Cup is heartbreaking, not only for South Africa, but all of us cricket lovers too. Afy Fletcher returns as West Indies declare its squad for the South Africa tour. Like we all know, the West Indies-South Africa series is a precursor to the upcoming World Cup. And Cricket West Indies has released its 18-member squad, bringing back 34-year-old Afy Fletcher after her maternity leave. Having played 54 ODIs with over 60 wickets to her name, her experience will definitely be valuable considering there are 3 uncapped players in the squad: left-arm spinner Kecia Schultz, batter Mandy Mangrove, and medium pacer Janelia Glasgow. JAHANARA alum alleges bias from selectors and management. Bangladesh pacer JAHANARA alum has submitted a written complaint against national team selector Manjur al-Islam, criticizing him of mismanagement and biasness. When the Bangladesh squad for the Commonwealth Games was announced, eyebrows were raised as Alam's name appeared only in the reserves. Alam claims that this biasness is going on for a year now. However, there's another side to the story. An official of the Bangladesh Cricket Board claims that Alam was left out of the qualifiers due to misbehavior during the Zimbabwe tour. Further, the decision to exclude her was to give a message to everyone, but this does not imply that all is gone and she's very much in consideration for the World Cup squad. The board has said that they are addressing this issue, so let's hope that truth prevails. Super Smash update. New Zealand Super Smash is reaching the finale soon, and Wellington Blaze continue its unbeaten run as they beat Northern Districts by 8 wickets. Sarah Jaitley 4 for 1 and Amelia Kerr 3 for 9 were the top performers for Wellington, taking 7 wickets between themselves, making sure they continue to top the table. An unbeaten century partnership between Polly Inglis and Susie Bates helped Otago Sparks defeat Auckland Hearts by 10 wickets. Hayley Jensen took 3 wickets to restrict Hearts to a moderate total. With their 7th win, Sparks joined the table toppers Wellington Blaze as they both battled for a direct entry into the grand finals. With such splendid performances and tight table scores, I wonder who's going to take the final spots. We'll talk about that next week. Lastly, there may be chances that Beth Mooney misses out on the Ashes series since she has to go a surgery for her fractured jaw. But Australian coach Matthew Mott is optimistic that the star batter will be back to fire in the World Cup. That was all the news that I have from the week that has gone by. Like always, my team and I would love to hear from you, so do drop in your comments. Until next week, mask up, stay safe, think positive, and be happy.